All right, welcome all those ladies and ghouls out there. We are here live from Pullman Game Shop. My name is DJ Foxy, and we are here playing a special kind of game. We are playing Crater Valley. It is a horror slasher RPG, system neutral, but we're going to be using Dungeon Crawl Classics RPG to play this game. It's kind of an old school revival system, but we're doing a little bit weird. Now we're going back to the 80s, and this lovely group of people here are going to be our final girls and boys, or perhaps murder victims. We're gonna see. Yes, exactly. So, over here with holding our shark here, this is Gigi. Say hello, Gigi.
Hello, I'm Gigi.
Hiya. And this is Korku. We got Korku over here. And then we also have Noah. Noah's playing with us tonight as well.
I know.
Yes. All right. Do you guys want to introduce your characters a little bit before we start? You can maybe tell us a little bit about your high schooler. See, a lot of these folks here, they are the high schoolers of Crater Valley High. This is the senior year of their high school, and it's Halloween night, and they are kind of looking for some mischief because it's the last Halloween they're ever going to have in this town. So they got to get up to something, right? And that's exactly what they're looking to do. So if you guys want to introduce your characters,
All right.
And you can talk a little bit about them.
Go now.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to start, Gigi.
My first character is Joanne Green. I just hope that we all have a wonderful time together and we save the environment. Second character is Sherelle. Hi y'all, I'm Sherelle. Go Crater High. And then my third character is Jemmy Darkness. His last name's Darkness. Trust me. It's very And then we got Martin Rockton. And Martin Rockton's this cool punk kid is going to beat you up. Alright.
Love it.
Let's see. My first character is Yan, or technically Yan Dianzhuo, because Chinese works that way. And he sort of got dragged out of here by all the other people. He's not sure what he's doing here at the moment. And then you have Marcus McMaster. He just got off from work and is looking to have some fun. Then you have Felicia Smith, who goes by Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. That should tell you everything you need to know about this character. Then you have Mahogany how do you Montague, okay. He brought 14 cans of beer with him on this little expedition.
Underage drinking is bad, okay? Just FYI, everybody's legal.
Everyone here is
either 21, they're 21, okay? Yeah.
They're all very much failures in high school.
Oh man, so true.
So my characters, the first one is Joshua Carpenter. He is a paper boy. And the next three are the Kennedy siblings, Ash, Alex, and Robin. Robin does karate. Alex is an arcade expert, and Ash somehow managed to be even more of a failure than all the rest of these people. He is a super senior. I'll be all from the end.
Okay, so that's our cast of characters. I'll try my best to remember those, but we'll see how I do. We got a lot of high schoolers. Now, this big group of high schoolers, you guys are gathered in the middle of the town square here in Crater Valley. Because you're in the middle of the town square and you're waiting for Julie to come out of her house, because Julie agreed to hang out with one of your characters. One of your characters is a friend of Julie's, and she's decided that she wants to come hang out with you. Now, Julie is a star student, which is kind of weird that she would want to hang out with your guys' group. That's a little strange. But somebody managed to convince her, Julie Honecker, to come hang out with you guys Halloween night. So who do you think is Julie's best friend among our characters here?
I got a cheerleader.
If
Would
you-
probably be like Emma the social.
Okay. Yeah, I think the cheerleader, that kind of makes sense. What's our cheerleader's name?
Sherelle.
Sherelle. So Sherelle is besties with Julie, okay? You guys are besties, and you're waiting for her to come and meet up in this town square. And I don't know, you guys are probably hanging out. Yeah, somebody brought beer, so those who are responsible and of age are probably drinking. We got people just hanging out, generally just being misfits. And all this is happening when suddenly the lights go out in the town. Everything in the town, all the street lights, buildings, everything just blacks out, lights out. And you hear howling throughout the entire town of Crater Valley. As if all the dogs at once are howling at the exact same time. And then you hear a scream. It's Julie. You recognize that voice.
Oh my
Sherelle.
God, Julie!
Oh my gosh. So yes, Julie, you hear her voice.
I run.
You're just gonna immediately
Hey!
run to the house? Okay,
Yeah.
because it's right across the
Bestie.
street from where you're in the square there.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're just gonna run across the street. How about the rest of you guys? What are you doing?
Probably follow.
The siblings will follow, I guess.
And
Okay.
then my other characters will also follow.
Okay, so Sherelle just immediately sprints towards the house, like across the street, and everybody's like, "Wait up, Sherelle! Wait a minute!" Does anybody have any like flashlights or anything? Or
Nope.
nope. Okay, so you guys, all that's illuminating the ground in front of you is the moon, which has clouds kind of slowly drifting past it. So it's rather dark. Now, as you're rushing towards her house, you hear like a collection of those howls. There's a ton of them, and they're getting closer. And also, one of our characters is a dog, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, you look around, you're like, wait, what's our dog's name? Fido?
Go.
Go. Okay, so Go, he's nowhere to be found. Oh my gosh, where'd Go go? You're rushing across the street, and you see this pack of dogs, this pack of rabid dogs. But the weirdest thing is that they look exactly like the dogs of the neighborhood, but their eyes are sort of a dim blue. It glows in the dark, and their mouths are foaming, and they're charging towards you. And there's about 14 of these dogs that are just rushing towards you guys, like before you can even make it across the street. What do you guys want to do?
Are they rushed? So
So basically, like you guys, here's the street, right? They rush at you from either side end of the street.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing you could really do is like either go back through the square, or just try to rush past the street there, maybe to go towards Julie's house.
Julie's. I'm gonna keep sprinting.
You're just gonna keep sprinting past the dogs. Okay.
Or Cheryl's definitely going to keep sprinting. The other one's kind of followed behind.
Okay, so they're gonna like kind of turn around and see what's going on. Okay, so Julie is closer over to Cheryl. Right? Sherelle is very close to the house right now. She's maybe in the front yard. And the rest of you are like in the middle of the street as these dogs start to rush towards you. Okay, at this point, roll initiative. So now we need to get our D20s out, guys. And you're gonna roll a dice, and we're gonna determine, who's going faster than who. So what you'll do is you're gonna roll that D20 and then add the agility bonus. So the agility modifier, whichever modifier is highest for your guys, you pick that number and you add it to your dice.
It's just the 16.
16 for
Just the 16.
okay.
I don't have modifier.
All right. So let's see here. How much did you get paid?
I got a
GG?
3.
GG. Okay, Gigi got 3.
Good. I won't be going last.
Okay.
I got
Cocoa?
16.
Or is it
Corku.
Corku, that's right. I'm gonna write it phonetically so I remember.
Okay.
What 16?
16.
Okay. And how about you?
5.
Noah. 5 for Noah. Okay, 5 for Noah, 16 for Corku, and then 3 for Gigi. Oof. Yeah, you were caught unawares by these hounds that are sprinting towards you. Yeah. Your girl needs to roll. Let's see how fast these dogs are peeling out at you there. Ooh, they are going pretty fast, but not quite fast as Corku. So Corku, these dogs are kind of rushing towards you from either end of the street. And then, right in front of you is Julie's house across the street. And then behind you is the square. What do your 3 characters want to do?
Four characters.
Or 4 characters, rather, yes. I can't get ahead of myself. Great. So there's as they get closer, it's like a big pack of dogs. There's like one clump of them over to your right and one of them to your left.
Probably just keep running and try running faster. We don't have any weapons.
Okay. You're just gonna run into the front yard of the
and also
Julie's house.
Turning around is going to take way more time than just flipping it across the street because momentum.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna check to see if we have any channel actions here real quick.
Okay.
Yes. What's up? Oh, we just got a $20 donation, y'all. So, yes, an encounter does happen. Something changes, guys. Something changes. From the square across the street comes sprinting this old man. He was actually laying on the bench in the square where you guys were at, but he gets up. One of the town vagrants. His name, let's see if I can find his name here, is Luke the Drifter. He comes sprinting across the street from the square where he was laying on the bench, and he jumps out in the middle of the street. He's like, "Kids, get out of here! I got these dogs! Get in that house over there! See what's in there! Quick!" He pulls out a knife that's in his boots. This huge hunting knife, and the dogs start like jumping on him as he screams. He's like, "Here, come at me! Get me!" And he starts like. They start jumping on him, and they're like ripping chunks of his flesh out as all the neighborhood dogs, and actually Noah, you see go in the pack of fiendish, crazed hounds. It's jumping on Luke and ripping pieces of his flesh out. And he's just swiping wildly at these dogs, and you guys think, okay, now is the time to get out of here. So are we just immediately heading to Julie's house? Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, how do you guys want to approach that? The front door is actually it's closed. You can see in through the window though. How are we getting in? We just what's happening?
I'm gonna still friends. These friends over to the door.
Okay, so you're not banging on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's unlocked. Okay. She opened the door. Now, the whole house is dark, just like every other place in the neighborhood. All right. So you step into the house there, and you look around. You can hear Luke's screams in the distance. So do you guys just rush into the house and close the door? What's going on?
Justin's gonna going on his bike, like jump through the open door.
Okay, you're on your bike pedaling, and you just drive it straight into the living room. Okay, that makes sense. So you just peel into the living room. Okay, so you like skid through the foyer area, and you stop in the living room, kind of that's right next to the foyer, and then off to the side is the kitchen. There's a stairway in the living room that leads up to the second floor. Now, in the middle, the coffee table is pushed to the side. You can see it through the dim light that's shining through the window from the moon. And there's this big wooden box. And it's like the lid is cracked open, and you see sawdust all over the ground. You're like, what's going on? And you look on the ground, and there's a pool of blood next to the box.
It's a mimic.
It's a mimic. Maybe.
No, I'm thinking it's a mimic.
It said, and you notice the trail of blood leads up the stairs. Now at this point, the yes. Well, Julie's room is upstairs. The whole family's, like all their living quarters is upstairs. At least from what you guys know about houses. like the house layout. You can infer that. None of the rooms are on the first floor.
Julie, where are you?
Oh, she starts just weeping. Yeah. Okay, so what about the door behind you? Are you closing the door? Because the dogs have, like, at this point, Luke.
Marcus slams the door closed once everyone's in.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, you
And
slam the door
probably
shut.
locks
Lock it. Okay, it's locked. The hound's howling quiets.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna have Ash like look through like the people.
Okay.
The door.
You see like the hounds, like one of the last hound kind of like finish taking a chunk out of him.
Away.
And it's really grisly. Yeah, there. And it was Go too. Go took the last bite. He looks at the keyhole where you're, as if like supernaturally turns its head to look straight at you through the keyhole. But it's like it's intelligent. Something's like controlling it. But then it just kind of wanders off. Okay. Yeah.
Marcus probably starts looking for flashlights or candles and lighters.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see here. Make a luck check. Roll a d20. If it's underneath your luck score, then as you're scrambling through the kitchen, like I guess pulling out cabinets to see if you can get a flashlight, something like that. Okay. What'd you get? What do we get?
17.
17. So that's not under your luck, unfortunately. If anybody else has a decent luck that you want to try?
I could start.
Okay.
I'll have Jimmy.
And I'll have Joshua walk around, and the Kenny will just guard in the floor here.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys aren't heading upstairs. Yeah. You're okay.
Jimmy's gonna search like a normal person, but Mark and Rock,
Mhm.
they're gonna be like ripping.
just tearing the whole house apart. Okay. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Totally go ahead and roll for that. Yeah.
Joshua's just gonna search like
Oh.
average Joe.
So Jimmy got a definitely faster luck check.
Okay.
Martin, also.
Okay, so Martin and Jimmy, they're like tearing through. Martin especially, he's like just ripping drawers. He pulls one loose, and he's like, "Oh, there we go." He reaches in, he grabs a flashlight out, turns on. Okay, and then let's see here. Jimmy is also looking around, right? He finds a really long kitchen knife.
Oh no.
He's like, okay, maybe I might need this.
Oh no, Jimmy. Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and give Jimmy a big kitchen knife. It's gonna do 1d4 damage.
I'm gonna put it down to like the back of his pants to try to hide it from the group.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Put it down his spacious pants hole.
Yes. Right.
I rolled and I rolled my luck exactly.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking around. That was about it. All the things that they could find. Okay. All right. So yeah, you got the flashlight turned on. What was it? Rashonda? What was her name?
I don't know if we're gonna like cover one of his eyes to preserve night vision.
Yeah, you can kind of like cover your eyes. Yeah, I'd say so. Like, what do you mean they cover their eyes?
Like cover one eye to preserve night
Oh.
vision.
Yeah, sure. Totally. Yeah, very ingenious. Yeah. Well, I'll keep that in mind for perception checks in the future. Okay.
He's just a guy with random knowledge.
Yeah, he's kind of a quirky dude. Yeah. All right. So where next to? You guys got the knife and the flashlight.
Flashlight, does it work?
Yeah, it works. It's on. It's like illuminating the house. You pan, and then you can see that trail of blood that leads up through the living room, to the stairs, up to the. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Are there tables or chairs that are easy to pick up?
Yeah. There's a chair in the living room you could probably pick up. Sure. There's the other chair is kind of like a fancy like armchair, and then there's a sofa, and then there's the coffee table that's pushed to the side, and then the crate in the center of the room. Sawdust everywhere.
He like suggests that like we like grab the table and use it as a shield while going up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. Do like a couple of you guys want to hold the table in front of you to fend off whatever?
Gonna, like, crumple on the floor, just like, and come up, and then be like, okay, I'll help.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If the combined strength between the two of you is like over 20, If a couple of characters it's over 20, then yeah, that totally works. Good. Is it good? Probably.
I have a
9.
I got a 13.
Okay, so yeah, you're good. The two of you guys are able to hoist that table up, and like maybe our other character has the knife ready, or I don't know. You have it strapped.
Yeah, it's still
Like if something happens, you can pull it out pretty easily. Okay, so cool. Makes sense. All right, so yeah, you're like slowly creeping up. It's kind of a little bit more difficult with this table held out in front of you, and you're shining the flashlight over the table, and that trail of blood leads up the stairs to the hallway there, and right at the top of the stairs, before you can even get into the hallway, is a woman. She's laying there, and as the light pans over it, is it Rashawn?
Oh, Sherelle.
Sherelle, you scream because it's Julie's mother.
No!
Julie's mother is laid sprawled out on the ground. Her heart is like seemingly torn out of her chest, and there's blood all over the place. And yeah, you can see a pair of bloody footprints that lead away from the body to one of the rooms in the hallway.
Human footprints or like animal footprints?
They look human, yeah, like somebody's sneakers actually. And you guys are like, as you got this table out in front of you, you're like looking down the hallway, left and right. Where to next?
Sherelle is Joan Green like huffs Sherelle's like mouth and says, "Be quiet, you gotta stay quiet." And then Sherelle tries to calm down and isn't.
Okay.
Joshua hears it screaming, just go right up.
Okay.
Joshua's just gonna go for it.
No, just goes out to see what happened up with them.
Okay, so yeah, you see the as Joshua rushes up the stairs, he's like looking over the table there that they have in front of them, and you see the dead body there, and the bloody footsteps to the room. Yeah.
So, what happened?
We just gave up here. She's dead. She's dead. And yeah. Is there any other like doors up here?
There's
Any other rooms?
well, Julie's room is the furthest back down the hallway. But the footprints don't go to that room actually. But you can go check on Julie's room immediately if you want to.
I need those two.
Are you just gonna push the table aside and rush over to the Julie's room?
Is it unloadable?
Yeah, you could like push it aside and jump over it.
I'll put parkour move.
Okay, like parkour jump
Sorry.
over the table. Yeah.
Like, I'm just going
She's a
up.
cheerleader, you know. Yeah.
She qualified.
Yeah, she still has her. She also still has her cheerleader uniform on because that was her Halloween costume. So yeah, so she like jumps over her like skirt ruffles and she like hops over the table and just rushes to Julie's room.
I'll put on my fake smile as I open the door.
Okay.
So that like I can calm Julie.
Yes, naturally. Okay, so yeah, you open the door and you look into Julie's room. Her bed's made neatly. All her, knickknacks are on her shelf there. She's got a Ninja Turtle action figure sitting on her shelf. It's it's sitting there on the shelf, and everything seems in order, just like how she had the room before.
Is there any other is there a bathroom in here somewhere else?
Yeah, there is a bathroom in there. You want to check the bathroom?
But no.
Okay. You open the bathroom, you look in, it's dark in there, but you don't hear anybody or see anything.
Joshua searched the rest of the hall.
Yeah, which one do you want to head first towards? The Julie's parents' room is at the back of the hall, but Julie's there's another room in the middle there. Actually, I guess you wouldn't really know that, but one of the doors in the middle of the hallway has those bloody footprints going to it. So which room do you want to check first?
Start with the middle one.
Okay,
With
so
the bloody
Yes.
okay, so yeah, you walk over to the bloody
Do you
footprint.
want to help Marcus with the table?
You want to wait till they advance with the table, I guess.
Uh,
You can if you want to.
Joshua will go ahead. Ash will help with the table.
Okay, so Josh is just gonna rush past it, and the other two, you're like huddling behind the table. Okay, so Josh gets to the door first, obviously, because he's not carrying a table with him. And he opens the door. Are you opening it? Okay, so you throw the door open, and you look in upon a grisly scene. This is Dr. Honecker's study. This is where he does most of his work. but Dr. Honecker is hunched over his desk there, and his head is twisted backwards. His head is completely cracked to a backwards position, and his face is like permanently in this, well, it's a half smile, half frown scowl. It's very strange. It's bizarre looking. It's like he's grimacing and smiling at the same time.
Throw him back.
Okay, you just push him to the side.
No, it's just like it's talking. It's like kind of like step out of the room, just think about what I'm just seeing.
Yeah, Josh was freaking out a little bit for sure. Is everybody else coming to that room? You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Martin's not phased.
Okay, Martin's hardcore. Yeah, Martin's ready for anything. So Martin, you look into the door there, you see this guy with his head cracked back in this gnarly, disgusting position, and you notice that he's hunched over a book on the desk there.
Move his hand off. I like go over with the flashlight. I look down. What is the? Can I read the title?
Yeah, you can push his hand aside. Push the hand aside. Now this is seems like a journal of some kind. Now in the journal, you see a lengthy description of Dr. Honecker's studies about Alphonse Novak. Alphonse Novak, who has the highest intelligence here of all our characters? 16? Anybody higher than that?
Nope.
Okay, so who's our 16?
Alex.
Alex. So Alex, you notice they have a book there next to the body. Are you coming up to check it out, or?
Alex is gonna see if there's anything useful in the body first.
Okay, yeah. So you like kind of rifle through the body. He's just got like a pocket protector with some pens in it. Yeah, he's got his car keys on him. So
Pretty helpful. So
yeah.
Okay, keys.
Okay, yeah. Grab the keys off of him.
Found two roads that 12 kids in one car.
Valid. You know, and it seems it's gonna be one of those moments. All right, so yeah. So you pull the keys out of his off his body there, and then you do see that book that your friend Martin is shining his flashlight over Mr. Dr. Honecker there is as he's hunched over the
So
book.
Hey, Alex, do you know anything about Dr.
Dr. Honecker, yeah.
Dr. Honecker's study?
Give me a moment. Do I know that?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd say so. Since you're the most intelligent of the group, you do know that Julie, and also actually, Rashawn, Sherelle. I don't know why I keep forgetting Sherelle. Whatever. Yeah, so Sherelle. So Sherelle, you do know about Dr. Honecker's studies, so you know a little bit about that. But she's in the other room right now. Are you coming back with the rest of them, or?
Yeah, I come back.
Okay, so. Yeah, so Sherelle meets up with you guys in the room. Yes.
Real quick, where are the footprints leading?
The footprints
Marcus
lead.
is looking at
They lead to the window, an open window, to the side of the house. So you're heading in that direction.
cautiously.
Okay, so you cautiously approach the window and you look out the window. Now you can see past the.
He's not sticking his head out. He's not that dumb.
Oh, of course, yes. But you do see like out under the street behind the Honecker's house, past their fence there, you can see these figures shambling in the pale moonlight. But they look like humans, but they're moving rather jerkily. You can't really make out their features though, because it's very dark. And you see that out the moon, and you see that the footsteps like approach that windowsill, and then assumably go past it. All right, so you're now looking at the book, Dr. Honecker's studies. So yeah, so you know about Dr. Honecker's studies that he worked with the museum, the Crater Valley Museum, which had a lot of history about Alphonse Novak, and that the man was obsessed with Alphonse Novak. Specifically, a weird, and you know a little bit about that. You don't know the specifics in terms, because you knew that he did a lot of study about him, but you want to take the book and look through it? Yeah. Okay, so as you're rifling through the book, it details a strange cult that Alphonse Novak established years and years and years ago in the 1700s when he first came to Crater Valley. And when he first came to Crater Valley, he settled this area because he had a dream about this place, that it had a special magic to it, that it would eventually make him immortal. All right, as you're reading through this book, you see all these things talking about a strange mask, specifically a strange mask. Now, this strange mask in the illustrations, guys, it looks a lot like that. Yeah, take a look at it. There you go. There's the mask. Okay, and he has all these illustrations of this mask. It's got two eyes, but in a twisted expression. Like you glance back and you notice that Dr. Honecker has that exact same half smile, half grin expression on his face. And this mask has a third eye in its forehead. And it has all these strange glyphs inscribed around it, which, according to the text, it talks about how Alphonse Novak had this cult that was established around these sigils, and that he considered it the true language, and it would eventually make him immortal. That's what he said, and it had to do with this mask. But everybody thought the mask was a myth. But of course, Dr. Honecker, being a ancestor of Novak, he knew that it was real. He was absolutely convinced. And according to the text, he had just found the mask. He had found the mask. Somebody had, in an archaeological dig around the old Novak Manor, had found this mask buried there. And then he was so excited on the next day to show off his findings to his companions at the museum because, he proved them wrong. The mask was real. You also see a lot of things talking about some different artifacts around town. There's talk of a shroud. Now, you don't recognize that as the shroud that Alphonse Novak had on him after his death. The town actually found him hanging from the rafters in his own house with this shroud on his face, and this text makes reference to that shroud. It also talks about a cross, a crooked cross, and you think to yourselves, wait a minute, that's the cross at the old church on the other side of town. The only church in the town, actually. It's a Methodist church, but everybody goes there pretty regularly on Sundays, except for the ones that are less than faithful. But Pastor Gunderson, he presides over that church, and there's a crooked cross right in front of the altar in the church that everybody makes a lot of fun of. They just think it's hilarious. But it was actually it was donated to the church by Novak himself, ages and ages ago.
This a bit sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Also, you hear tell of a bat as well. Now a bat, you recognize this talking about this bat, which is one popular kind of celebrity that came from Crater Valley, like the one guy. Pretty much, he was a baseball player, and his name was I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, it's McDade, Duke McDade. Yeah, so Duke McDade, he has this bat, that was very popular throughout the entire area because he hit a lot of home runs with that bat. Now, the weirdest thing about it is that he was a descendant also from Novak, and that those symbols written on that bat had to do with that cult because his mother was in that cult. And he thought, so that it makes mention of that bat as well. So yeah, these three separate artifacts it talks about in the text, and somehow they're connected to the mask, and that he's going to figure out how it's all connected. But obviously, he never got the chance.
Is he wearing the mask right now?
No, he's not. It's just his face is twisted. In fact,
is there any mention of where the mask is? It like museum?
Well, it says in the text that it just came in the shipment to the house.
Oh. To the house.
Yeah. So you think to yourself, wait a minute.
It's that crate on the table, isn't it?
You're thinking maybe that might be true.
Oh.
There was a crate in the table.
Yep.
Pry it open.
It's already
Isn't it
open.
already open?
Yeah, it's open. It's sawdust was everywhere, and seemingly the mask was missing.
So it's one of those
That's
things
totally
that
not stuff.
Right.
Um,
So let me know what you guys want to do first, because the bat it makes mention of is at the high school. The cross is at the is at the church. And then the shroud is in the old museum. So there's 3 separate artifacts across different parts of town. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves and decide what you can do there. I'm gonna take a look at the Twitch chat real quick.
so
there's no one room behind the also you want to
I do. I think so. Julie's gonna, or so I was gonna come back. They're gonna be like, do the update on everything about.
I'm gonna tell siblings and Shiro now. Okay.
none of my friends. Okay.
So we have. So I think if we need to carry the artifact, we shouldn't go to the church because that perfect cost might be reduced, and that wouldn't be like carryable, right?
Well,
It's actually like,
size.
yeah, it's about the size of like a guitar, maybe.
That's a pretty big cross, actually.
Yeah,
Well, it's
like a Gibson, maybe, about the size of a Gibson. Yay big.
This whole thing is over. Marcus,
Chloe doesn't care. He wants to break into somewhere though.
Okay.
Hey, I don't care where we go, but if we go somewhere where I can bust down some windows, I'm all over that. Or really switching at them.
Marcus informs you guys of like the jerky human things that the blood trail leads to, like behind the house.
How about we don't go near it?
Yes.
I want to point my flashlight over at the weird figures that are making
Promise to not run
Yeah.
away.
So they're not there anymore. You don't see anything.
Oh no.
You kind of like
No.
you're thinking to yourself like, wait, is my friend messed?
Hey, there ain't no people over here.
Marcus goes freaking white. Like, whiter than he usually is.
Right.
Robin just knocks the light away from the window, but do you want us to get really close? Lights are pretty big beacons, you know.
I don't care. I'll be whoever the fuck wants to mess. I'll be whoever wants to mess with us.
Yeah, watch language. It's PG-13.
Okay, I'll let you guys first.
Okay, so right now, Mark, can we put it to a vote?
We can also go.
Going green's like, maybe we should figure out what we're going.
I have the card.
It starts jingling them the keys.
Are we all like back downstairs with the rest of the group already?
Oh yeah, we called it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can head downstairs. You're discussing this around the crate, all the sawdust and blood everywhere.
You got the fastest one. So,
Put the car still here.
Yeah, you want to go check on that?
Yeah. Ash, can you go check it? Thank you. Yep. Yeah. I'll check it.
No argument? Is that really how siblings work?
Well, most siblings like to survive together.
That's good. All right, so Ash gonna go down and check the garage.
Yeah. And Joshua, so I have a bike, so I can go at least as far as I can before danger arrives.
Fair enough.
And so, all of you guys okay with that?
okay.
No objection. Okay.
You're probably gonna die. Or something.
So you wanting him to scout out ahead or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is he heading to?
Straight.
straight. Which is so there's like
Just
on
like
the
straight out of the door. And, like,
on the west part of town is where the church is at.
okay.
And then on the eastern part of town is where the museum and the high school is at.
Okay.
So
Can we like get a map of the town?
yes, we actually can. We
Yeah.
actually-
The town square where like the center.
Yes, you're pretty much like right smack dab in the center, and like to your here we go. Here's a also for those out in Viewerland. Here you go. Here's a map of the town. It's a decently sized town, you know. But actually kind of not.
Oh, that's pretty. You guys.
Where are we?
You're like smack dab in the middle, right? Here is where Julie's house is. Smack dab in the middle. Now, as I mentioned, over in that direction is the church, or sorry, over this way is the church, I think, right there. Yep. Okay. And then on the other side of town is the high school and the high school and the museum on the other side of town.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, so Josh is gonna first go to the direction of the high school and church.
Okay. Or the high school and museum.
Your high school museum, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he's getting on his bike. He just gets his bike, drives it out, and then he's not gonna wait for anybody. He's gonna just hop on his bike and ride off.
Who's gonna follow him?
Yeah. Are you heading to the car?
Oh, Ash is checking if there is a car.
Okay. Yeah. So you head down to the basement area there. Make an intelligence check. D20 plus intelligence modifier.
Oh no.
13. Okay, 13. So yeah, so you head over to the garage, which is connected to the kitchen, and you open the garage door, and as you do, you see these like glowing eyes.
Nope.
In the so actually, I'm gonna have you roll initiative for that character.
Okay.
Who just went over to check the garage. Roll initiative for him because there's something lurking in there. Oh, our beastie got a nat 20, so
I got a 3.
okay. So yeah, immediately it like steps out into the light, like kind of like the dim light from the flashlight in the other room is like kind of illuminating that room a tiny bit, and it jumps out, and it's a hound. It's Julie's Great Dane that's now frothing at the mouth, and its eyes are that blue, and it jumps on you. Well, you gotta see if it hits.
You rolled over 10?
Yeah, I did. Okay, so in that case, okay, it jumps on you and does 4 points of damage. Is it like how live are we?
We're not alive.
Okay, so this dog like jumps up and just rips his throat out, jumps onto him and just tears a chunk out of his neck, and it's like standing there in front of the door between the kitchen to the, and it starts like sprinting towards you guys. And so, are you gonna stay inside the house or try to get to the car door, or what are we doing? There is a car in there, but the keys are on the ground now, and the dog is standing growling and snarling next to the keys.
Well, Ash wasn't the one that had the keys. Robin's.
Oh, so Robin's
No,
toast.
Alex the one's there.
Okay, so he's toast, right? He
No,
does.
Ash is dead.
Ash is dead. Okay.
This is the perfect opportunity for them to work cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out that really long knife and throw it at the dog.
Throw it at the dog.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a d20. Yeah.
Big money. No. I got
A 6.
I tell you, plus the table, I'm cursed.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Okay.
was that a strength modifier?
Yeah. It should be with no, it's agility modifier. 6. Okay. So the dog sprints to the side and it misses him, and it continues to rush towards you. At this point, let's go ahead and all roll initiative to see what's gonna happen next.
I'm rolling with equals 5 today.
You mind if I grab that? Okay.
Hey, if you ever need to roll lucky, trade mine, I'll just take the rest of it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So what did we roll for you?
You got a 7.
7. Corku? 19. Ooh, okay, Corku springs into action once again. Actually, you're going faster than this dog. And no, what did you get? 16? Okay. So you want back. Okay, so first of all, this dog is growling, foaming at the mouth. It's
Marcus would like to take the crate and just eat it at the dog.
So like I'd say you could grab the lid of the crate, just chuck it away.
Yeah,
The crate's kind of too heavy. But the lid-
okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a d20 plus your ability modifier. Chucking this pretty heavy.
That's a
16 to hit. Okay, yeah, you nail this dog.
Does it at least slow him down?
Yeah, well,
That's all I'm hoping.
let's see how much it slows him down. Go ahead and roll me a. What do we get? 5? Okay. So yeah, it like clocks this dog on it. Like you hear this crunch as the crate like smacks it on its head and like stumbles back. And it like growls and slobbers.
I still have 3 characters.
Yeah, you can go more. Yeah. Totally.
What stuff is around?
Well, there's the sawdust on the ground. There's the crate that's like probably too heavy to pick up. You could pick up a lamp maybe and try to hit him with it. There's a lamp in front of you. Maybe back the dog with. I'm pretty sure it's not a dog anymore.
So we're gonna back to that and that is a 4, so probably not gonna fit.
Okay, so yeah, you swing this lamp at this dog, and the dog skitters out of the way. We got, I think, a couple more guys here.
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so really should I get probably a bit to attach to a trench coat. Kinzo is going to take his letterman down and attempt to like throw it onto the dog to like cover his face and stuff.
Okay, I like that. So go ahead and roll me another ability modifier.
Not 20.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, you grab this letterman jacket, like tear it off your back, and throw it on the dog, and it like starts tripping over itself, and it's all like covered, is trying to get out of it. It's like trying to tear out of this jacket. It's held tight, actually. So yeah.
I have 1 more character, and I'm not sure what I want to do at this point.
Okay, yeah, the dog seems to be preoccupied with getting out of this jacket. I'd say at this point you guys could all just take off, maybe if you wanted to, or we just leaving before the dog can get out of its.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, or you could. That's true. Or you could try to get the keys. Okay. So next.
The dog is not the Kennedy's problem.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Noah, it's your go next.
Alex and Robin are gonna head towards the car. Robin's gonna pick up the club that Ash had.
Okay.
So that looks on Ash, and Alex is gonna get off to the driver's seat.
Okay. So the dog is right in front of the door.
Well, okay, then while he's running at it, he'll whack him with the flail away from the door.
Okay. Go for it.
And that's just a. How much? What do I add? Because it's a flail.
So that'd be your strength bonus.
Okay,
Strength
so
modifier.
that will be this one.
14. That'll hit. That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 3.
Okay. There you go. D3. Here we go.
1 damage.
Okay, so yeah, you swing this thing around, you crack it upside the dog's head, and it falls over
Into the car.
like a pool of rolls all over the ground. You don't want to wait around to see if it's dead or not. I just need to get out of here.
Alright, into the car.
Yeah. Okay. So you like rush over to the door, fumble with the keys, unlock the door, throw it open. What's that?
I'm gonna ask if Martin or Austin come over and get on top of that dog with their chain and wrap it around them.
Yeah, just double
And
tap.
just,
Okay, you guys, as you're rushing to the car door, you can hear the a crack with the chain,
Oh god.
like as Martin like.
I got this covered.
Yeah, you're good. We're good, guys. Double tap. You know, no more monster dog. Yeah, you're good. You totally do that. Everybody else, you rush to the car door. Everybody piles in like a can of sardines, I guess.
Nice, like a stack of that and like he at least tries. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you can totally grab the
Okay, grab
jacket
it.
off the dog. Cool. You got your letter.
he tries not to look at it.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all piling into the vehicle. So you crank the car. Who's driving right now?
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah,
Whoever has the car.
You reckon they have their learners at least, right?
If they're 21, I sure hope they had learners.
Were they the one with the beer?
Um,
Who had the beer?
the however many had the beer. 14 cans of it.
I imagine they're 21 for sure. They have their license, definitely.
Well, outside the keys, so.
Okay, yeah, so he's cranking it, he's going. He's like, yeah. Yeah, he's passed his driver's
Is there
license.
like a
test license.
sequence of us waiting for the garage door to slowly open?
Yeah, you're all like sweating as the garage door is like slowly going up. Somebody like hit the switch. Okay, it opens up. You guys all hop in the vehicle, and I guess you start the car and take off.
Yep.
So I mean.
So one of our characters is heading somewhere on their bike, right?
Yes. Joshua is heading to staying at high school.
Okay. So as you're on your bike, you see more of these things shambling along the side of the road, and you notice that they're coming from the opposite side of the town where the graveyard is at. They seem to be going down south towards the woods where Novak Manor is at.
Okay.
That's kind of freaking you out a little bit, but you're like, okay, well, you don't really want to. I don't know. You could follow these creatures, and you notice that they seem like people, but they're dressed in 1700s style clothing. And there's a graveyard plot over near kind of where the church is at.
No, he'll keep going.
So you're just gonna go the opposite direction of the creatures wandering out of the graveyard, and yeah, so you're driving. Now, as you're going, you hear like this snarling, like multiple of these snarling, roiling howls as well, but this time they sound really distorted.
Which direction?
It's coming from a side street that you're just passing by, and then like you turn and you see this creature lurch into view, and it's a disgusting sight. It's like as if the multiple dogs of Crater Valley have fused together into this pile of flesh and legs and eyes and mouths and fur that's patchy in a lot of places. And you see this thing like it starts scrambling out of that side street, and it sees you there and it starts rushing towards you. Now at this point, the rest of y'all are pulling up behind in your car, and you see this thing scrambling after your friend as you like crank the car, pull out, and then you see your friend.
So Hoogany
You need to run it
cranks
over.
down the window and just screams at him to like find a small opening that like he can get through. I mean, how big is the dog
Everybody-
thing?
It's like about the same size as the car you're driving right now.
Okay, find a small opening where you can get through with a dog, but the thing can't.
We can
I'm gonna fight you straight. So Joshua is gonna turn to.
Just like drive the car straight into this monster. So yeah, our BMX biker, he pulls off one of the side streets, and then the thing turns and sees this 1970s, Camaro coming straight at him as this thing's like barreling down the street, and the car like slams into this thing. And
I think it's
Let's hope it doesn't work things out.
Are it dead? That's the next question. Yeah, so this car like comes barreling down the street and just slams into this thing. You hear like a crunch, and the dash like smashes inwards on itself. Everybody jerks forward.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Everybody make a luck check to see if you're not battered with the crash.
For individuals?
Yeah, let's say like everybody with their lowest luck character roll d20 to see if it's underneath your luck.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yay!
Someone's gonna
Whatever what do you get?
got a 20.
20. Oh no. So yeah, your head like whips forward and like smashes into the dash. So like in the manic, this is why you wear your seatbelt, kid. Okay. You're like your head like flies forward, smashes into the dashboard, and you're taking 4 points of damage. Are they alive
No,
still?
they're
Their
not
head
taking
just like
points.
slams onto the. They're like the one person who didn't double buckle with somebody else, and their head like crunches in on itself, and just blood's all over the dashboard. The front of the car is like caved in on itself, and like the headlights go out, obviously, and you want to try to crank the car again. The creature is like just slumped over on the side of the street now.
Oh, Cheryl.
I think the car is broken.
Yeah, like keeps turning over. Yeah, the creature, like, you're looking at it and it starts to like kind of wiggle a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting out. Martin's getting out, and Demi's also going to get out. Because they're the people.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna immediately get out. Okay, yeah.
Alex and Robin also leave.
Okay, so everybody's just peeling out of the car, rushing past. You can go down the side street where your other friend on his bike.
Yeah.
If you want.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you gonna head that way? Okay. Yeah, so you peel off, and the creature starts to quiver, and then it starts to get up on its hind legs. But at this point, you guys are like way down the street.
I'm keeping the heat though.
And that makes sense too. Okay, so you see, like, where's our BMX biker? Where are they heading to? Are they still heading to the school?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on your bike heading to the school. Let me check our time on that. It makes sense. Let's check time. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're doing good on time. We'll probably do a break here in about 10 minutes. But you guys start heading towards the high school. So you're heading in that direction. Everybody's just sprinting. You see your friend on his bike. You get to the high school first, of course, and the rest of you guys, you can see him in the distance. He pulls up to the high school, and you guys like just sprint up next to him there.
I'm gonna have Joanne keep doing double checks, just to double check if the monsters.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Now you guys get into the front parking lot. You see his friend on the BMX bike that he pulled into the parking lot there, and the Crater Valley High. You approach the front area there. There's a bus that's parked next to the building actually. There's another car sitting in its stall farthest from the school as well. The power's out inside the building, and you can't hear the town's howls from the dogs. The U-shaped building, the school opens before you. There's a large U-shaped building around the inner courtyard area where you guys are at, and numerous doors and windows can be seen around the school. So you can kind of figure out how you want to get inside the school. But as you guys are looking at the front door, you hear sirens. And you hear like a cop car pulls up. You hear a loudspeaker. All right, everybody calm down. What are you doing out at night? The lights are out. You should be at home.
Home is currently not safe. Please leave.
Some of our characters... I'm not going to take a lip from you, son. Now, some of the characters in the group are not really that great off with the cops, are they?
Like,
Nope.
So Marcus, Ahugany, and Felicia would probably like try to like hide towards the back of the room, like against the building.
I'd say make a dex check or make an agility check with the one with the highest agility. Let's see if they're able to hide like at the back of the crowd so that they don't notice.
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, he's like, wait a minute. Hey, you there? Who's the one who's like the worst?
Lowest ability?
Or no, who's the one that they dislike the most? The cops usually.
Like the most?
Yeah, who do you think? Who's got the lowest personality in that group?
Lowest personality. It is the theater kid.
What's his name?
Mahogany.
Mahogany. Hey, you, Mahogany kid. Wait a minute. You're the one that robbed that convenience store. What are you doing out here? Okay, wait. All right. So I want you to go to the back wall there and stand there, and we're gonna come inspect you. Okay? And that's where we're gonna leave off. Okay? We're gonna do a little bit of a 15-minute break now. So if you guys need to drink some water, use the restroom, anything like that, go ahead and do that now. Okay, cool. 15-minute break, go. Right. So if we want to go to break now, we can.
It's a perfect opportunity to get a free car. It depends on how many cops there are, and what. I have